What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Assetto Corsa Competizione. Jumping straight into a race, starting second place in the Camaro around Suzuka. We got our buddy in the server, Heck, in the BMW. He has a sweet start and gets way out in front from everybody, starting in fourth place. So, great start for him. A blue McLaren taking me around the outside. We're going to scooch up the inside and just let the train form. Not really any good passing opportunities around the S's unless you get side by side. The McLaren looking for a brave move up the inside here, kind of forcing an error. I kind of followed Heck too, which didn't work out well. And losing position because of it too, arguably. The McLaren taking out my friend Heck, putting him into the wall. An absolutely vicious start. He seems to feel bad for it because he lifted off, but I think Heck had such bad damage he had to give up there. So, coming around the hairpin in second place, losing out to the BMW. Here we are at 130R. And I could gain a bunch of time on him right around there. He didn't quite have it figured out during the beginning of this race. Here's the braking point into the final chicane, and we close right up on him. He doesn't seem to know his braking point quite yet. So that's going to be our start to the race. Settling into second place. Skipping ahead to the first lap here. We've got that 130R again. We've got that McLaren right behind us. The BMW is still pretty cautious on the brakes coming into the final chicane. We're going to try and keep right up to him. Almost forget where we're going, drive off the road a bit. Kind of accidentally bumped the McLaren there. I don't think there was contact, but he definitely had to get off the throttle mid-run. But he's going to make up for it, come around me into the first corner and second corner. Driving a little bit wide. We're going to peek up the inside. It's there. I'm right beside him. No contacts made. He kind of loses it to the left, gets on the curb, and then really loses it when he can't get any grip. Comes across. Unfortunately, there was contact. I should have braked. I should have seen that coming or realized it was a possibility, but he's gone. Anyway, 130R still gaining on Waters massively through 130R. He's being very cautious there, giving him a cheeky little blink, and he kind of overdoes his braking. I was very late on the brakes too, but I kind of felt stupid for that, so he's clearly being safe in the rejoin, and I'm just going to let him go. We're not going to have that. We're going to take him clean or not at all. We're not going to go bumping people off the track. Unfortunately, yeah, we just couldn't catch up. I mean, after that, he seemed to figure his braking point out. Maybe I should have just murdered him and taken it. And maybe we would have had a good battle, but instead, he figured his stuff out. No, I'm just kidding, obviously. So on to the next race, right? Laguna Seca, qualifying with my buddy Heck. He gave me a little bit of tow around the last half of the track there and decided to pit to avoid giving me a tow across the finish line. And, well, we're going to cross the line for second place with a massive run we built up anyway. Anyway, beginning of the race. Let's see. This is a smaller lobby, only 8 people, but like we've got some buddies in here, Jack, Heck. These guys are fast drivers, so it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. This Porsche in front of me parked did a 124, which is very quick indeed. I was struggling to put down a 129 in qualifying. This other Porsche was really quick, I think 125 or 6. Heck was not very far off from my time at all. We were almost neck and neck. And Jack didn't even get to set a time, but he's a very quick driver indeed. So coming into turn 1, we're losing out on one position to Heck. And Jack is definitely looking around the outside in the orange GTR, and he's going to pull it off comfortably. So we're going to have to settle in behind for now. Coming around turn 2 or 3, I'm not quite sure. And look at this beautiful train we got going on here. The McLaren behind me getting on the throttle a bit too soon. Spinning onto the dirt, managing to keep it off the wall and bring it back onto the track. A very clean start to the race. We're going to have Jack peeking up the inside into turn 5 or 6. I'm just going to say something other than what the turn number is. Jack looking for a move up the inside. Heck with a bit of a late move. They're locking up by a canard. Barely locking up. Both taking an inside compromise line. I gambled and took a racing line. Managed to slot right up the middle of an incident. Just a little bit of a misjudgment, it looked like there. Or a latency issue, I'm not quite sure. Coming around the last turn, Jack is going to go for a savage move around the outside. You don't see that very much. And comfortably pulling away. A really good move from Jack. Let's see if he can hold it into turn 1, though. You never really know. This is a braking point that can really open itself up to some passes if a small mistake is made. Unfortunately, Jack nails his braking point, hits the double apex nicely, and continues to power away. We're going to come under pressure from the McLaren now, while Jack is starting to pressure the Porsche in second place. Going for a move through the corkscrew was going to be a hard one to pay off. Going a little bit wide, missing his apex, I'm going to capitalize on that. The Porsche is just going to lose it. That came out of nowhere. So 2 positions right there out of nowhere. you really got to keep your eyes open. Jack's coming back at me into the last turn here, almost getting the job done, sees me there. He's compensating for me running a little bit wide. The McLaren's looking to get in on the action. Absolutely phenomenal driving from everybody on that part. Everybody's looking to capitalize on everybody else's mistakes. We're compensating for each other's mistakes, I guess you could say. You know, I missed my braking point by like a foot. Jack saw it and drove a little bit wide to compensate for it. Looking to slot up the inside here. We managed to just get out in front, but the power of that GTR, he's right back on me. We're going to have to give him the room around this turn. You don't see people going side by side here very often. Into the fast right-hander here. He's still beside me, so I'm going to have to take a very awkward outside line, and it's clean. We're both through there A-okay, and he's going to power out in front. So I'm going to try and peek up the inside, not intentionally, just we have different braking points. We're still both working it out. Seriously close on the edge here. We're going to peek up the inside, as is the McLaren, 3 wide, coming up to this hill here, and we're just going to get an accidental punt from the McLaren. It was clearly a mistake. He lets off the gas immediately. Even though I'm bogging my gears right now, he could probably go around. He waits for me to get back up to speed before he applies pressure. So, a little misjudgment from the McLaren. I was definitely braking early, but I was on that inside line, and we know how that can go. Jack having a bit of a misjudgment there, but he actually kept it together quite nicely. Coming around the last turn here, the McLaren's still all over my tail. He's been on me this whole time, and now he's got to run, so I'm going to go inside. He sees the door opening. He knows the routine. I'm getting a blue flag. I'm not sure what that's about. It was really confusing. I was getting that the whole time I was battling with this McLaren, and I was like, I'm not pulling over till I see him pull over because I know he's behind me. Luckily, I think it was a glitch. Anyway, he's going to get the job done around turn 1/2, or is it just 1? And he's going to get away from me. So I let Jack know he's got the McLaren is through. The Porsche is closing in. Jack is just going to go wide on the exit here, as am I. I've just managed to keep it together. So we're going to go back up into third. Jack avoiding incident with any of the other drivers phenomenally. That is such an easy place to do that, so it can happen to anybody. Coming up the hill, we're back up into third. The McLaren is just taking off on me, and now we're coming under fire from this Porsche. I believe we've skipped to lap 7 now. We are definitely under fire from the Porsche. He's looking for a hasty move up the inside. It was actually not the best decision. You can't really carry any speed on an inside line through there. You have to go wide and come in for that apex, go all the way to the curb on the exit. So kind of missed his chance for a proper lunge into the final braking point, which is probably the better area. Going wide again, we're almost going to lose it the same way Jack did. Such an easy mistake to make. The Porsche is going to take the opportunity to lunge up the inside. Kind of ideal for me. I get to go for a cutback. We saw how compromised your line is when you go up the inside through that corner. You can carry much more speed from the outside sweeping across, and it paid off. We're going to go side by side into the corkscrew. A little bit of a lockup. I hit my braking point as late as possible. You can tell by how much road was left before the right-hander, just enough for him to go up on the curb if he were beside me, and he's going to go for another hasty move up the inside. He did not learn his lesson after the first time. He should file in behind me here if it's possible, but if not, still file in, and right here, coming into the braking zone. Great place for a lunge. But we're going to manage to pull off a 3rd place. Anyway, just some great battles there. This was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.